Hi, I want to talk to you today about something very important. It's a big, big emotion that many of us go through, and that's shame. I hate that feeling. I hate shame. Um, so, my mentor, of course, many of you know my mentor, Scott McFall, he has spent a good portion of his career trying to help people escape from shame. And he says that shame and guilt have no place in an adult life once you have a conscience installed. He says that shame and guilt are tools. So they're tools that parents use to install the conscience in the child. But once the conscience is established, the shame and guilt are no longer needed. However, it's such a powerful leverage tool that many parents use it, even on their adult children. And of course, as you learn that as a strategy that has worked on you, and if you don't know any better, you'll just go ahead and use it for other people. And so it becomes a cycle of shame. Feeling shame is one of the most awful feelings in the world. It is demoralizing. It's horrible. It makes you feel so small. And if you are susceptible to feeling it, then you can be easily manipulated. You can easily feel badly for what you have done. So what's the alternative? What is a better situation? Maybe you're asking, well, shouldn't you have that to make a good choice in your life? Well, if you have a conscience, then you have a moral compass inside. You have a North Star for what is good. But this life is all about learning and experimenting and trial and error. It's not about being perfect. Expect that you're going to stumble along the way in your life. Expect that you may be hurt or you may hurt someone else here and there. If you make an error, if you hurt someone else, if you make a wrong choice, then you correct and move forward. Could you ever conceive it could be that simple? You just take note of what you learned and you move forward. Now, many, many people would disagree with this, and they would think that you have to punish yourself. You have to feel ashamed. And even unconsciously, people are proving that they're a good person and proving that they're a good person to the end to try to make up for shame or guilt. I see shame and guilt as very similar, but with some distinctions. You can make your own determination. But I do believe, I agree with my mentor, I believe that our life should be lived without shame. And I now, for the most part, don't let people control me through shame. I used to. It was a horrible feeling. It was a horrible life to constantly be checking and rechecking. Did I say that wrong? Did I do that wrong? Am I making a mistake? Did I hurt somebody? Are they right and I'm wrong? I always assumed that I was wrong. Okay, we'll put it that way. Having the openness to acknowledge if you made a mistake and then correct, or if you had wrong information, that is a mature adult. But coming from the position that everyone else must be right and you must be wrong all the time, you must be a bad person, you have to prove that you're a good person all the time, is just not a good way to live. It's not an effective way to live. So I really want you to experience this, to relieve yourself from shame. You don't have to have it. It is not a helpful tool anymore as an adult, so long as you have a conscience, so long as you are not a psychopath, you do want the best for other people, and you don't want to hurt other people. If that is who you are in your heart, then you should remove shame completely. You should remove guilt completely. They don't help you anymore. You could try it. You can try this idea. Try it on. See if see if it fits. I've met a lot of people that are afraid to live this way because they're afraid that they won't trust themselves, that they're afraid that they're going to make a huge, huge error. And so my challenge to you is try, experiment. Live a few days without it. Live a few days of trusting yourself. Trust your conscience. Trust your internal North Star. And let loose and shake off guilt and shame. And just see what happens. And hey, you can tell me, you can call me, you can message me and let me know what happens for you. I'm very curious, and my belief is that it's going to help you. So make a change in this way and then let me know how it goes.